Good afternoon. Today I will start with Joule's law of heating. Joule has given one law, very important for class 10. One law already you have read, that is Ohm's law, and second one is Joule's law of heating. It states that the current flowing through when the current flows through a circuit, the heat produced is directly proportional to square of current, resistance, and the time for which the current flow. I am repeating again, the amount of heat produced when current flows through a circuit is directly proportional to square of current, resistance, and the time for which the current flows. Mathematically, you can write like this. This one. The amount of heat produced, let it be H. H is directly proportional to I square of current. H is directly proportional to resistance. And it is the amount of heat produced, that is H, is directly proportional to time. When you combine all these three, you will get H is directly proportional to I square RT. When you remove the proportionality sign with equal to, you have to multiply with the constant. And if you take current as 1 ampere, resistance as 1 ohm, time as 1 second, and heat as 1 joule, in that case, K will be equal to 1 and you will get H equals to I square RT. So the amount of heat produced is directly proportional to square of current, resistance, and the time for which the current flow. Next, you have to read what is electric energy. Electric energy is the amount of work done by the current in an electric circuit is known as electric energy. I am repeating again, amount of work done by the current in an electric circuit is known as electric energy. Now you will get a question to derive it, to get the expression for electric energy. Now we will start from here. We all know potential difference is the amount of work done in moving unit charge from one point to other. So potential difference is equals to W by Q. Cross multiply, W equals to potential difference into charge, that is Q. W equals to V into Q. Let it be equation number 1. We also know I equals to Q by T. So Q equals to I into T. Substitute this value in equation number 1. You will get W equals to, in place of Q, you will write IT. So W is coming, it is equal to VIT. Let it be equation number 2. We also know, using Ohm's law, V equals to IR. Substitute the value of V in equation number 2. You will get W equals to, in place of V, you will write IR. So you are getting I square RT. This is, let it be equation number 3. We also know, using Ohm's law, we also know I equals to V by R. Substitute this value in equation number 3. In place of I, write down V by R and take whole square of that. You will get W equals to V square by RT. So 4 formulas you are getting, you will get numerical based on that. W is equals to VQ. It is equal to VIT. It is equal to I square RT. It is equal to V square by RT. Let it be equation number 4. Now next is, what is electric power? Power means rate of doing work. And if it is electric power, rate of doing, the rate at which electric work is being done by electric current. So electric power is the rate at which work is done. Work means here electric work is done by electric current. Power equals to, power we represent it by P. P equals to W by T, where W is work and T is time, rate of doing work. In place of W, we can write equation number 2 is VIT. So P equals to VIT by T. T will get cancelled. You are getting P equals to VI. Let it be equation number 1. That is formula for power. One is W by T and second you are getting P equals to V into I. We also know W equals to I square RT. Substitute this value. So P equals to, in place of W, you will write down I square RT by T. T will get cancelled. You are getting I square R. So second formula you are getting for power is I square R. Then we also know work done is equal to V squared by R into T. So electric work equals to, substitute this value in the formula of power. You are getting P equals to V squared by R into T, this T divided by T. T will get cancelled. You are getting V squared by R. Let it be equation number 3. So you are getting formula for power. Power equals to work by time. Power is product of potential difference and current, that is V into I. Power equals to I square R and power equals to V square by R. SI unit of power is watt. So 1 watt will be equals to 1 joule by 1 second. Define 1 watt. You will get this question in 1 marks. The power of an electric circuit is said to be 1 watt when 1 joule of work is done in 1 second. I am repeating again. The power of an electric circuit is said to be 1 watt when 1 joule of work is done in 1 second. Then bigger unit of watt, that is power. 1 kilowatt hour, bigger unit is kilowatt, and 1 kilowatt equals to 10 to the power 3 watt. Another unit for power is horsepower. 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watt. Learn it by heart. 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watt. Now, what is the difference between kilowatt and kilowatt hour? Kilowatt is the bigger unit of power, whereas kilowatt hour is commercial unit of amount of electrical energy consumed. If you see the meter in your home, you will find that the amount of electricity consumption is measured in kilowatt hour. So kilowatt hour is the commercial unit of electrical energy consumed, whereas kilowatt is the bigger unit of power. You will be asked to establish relation between kilowatt hour and joule. Joule is the unit of amount of heat produced, and kilowatt hour is amount of electricity consumed. Now establish the relation between two. Start with 1 kilowatt hour equals to 1000 watt hour. And in place of 1 watt, you can write 1 joule by 1 second. So it is coming 1000 into, in place of watt, we will write 1 joule by 1 second. And in place of hour, 1 hour is equal to 3600 second. Second will get cancelled. You are getting 36 into 10 to the power, 36 into 10 to the power 5 joule. In scientific notation, you will get 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. So 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. This is equal to 3.6 megajoule. 10 to the power 6 is mega. We represent it with capital M. So 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 megajoule. Now you will get numerical based on electric energy, electric power. Now read the first question. An electric bulb is rated at 200 volt and 100 watt. Power is given 100 watt. Potential difference is given 200 volt. What is its resistance? This is A. So we know this is V. V is 200. P is 100 watt. You are asked to find out resistance. We know P equals to V squared by R. So R equals to V squared by P. Using this formula, we can get it. Now, second part is 5 such bulbs burn for 4 hours. What is the electrical energy consumed? Very important question. Calculate the cost if the rate is 50 paise per unit. Now come to the solution. See here, potential difference is given 200 volt, power is given 100 watt. You are asked to find out resistance. So you will use this formula P equals to V squared by R. So R will be equals to V squared by P. V is 200. It is here square. So we will take 200 into 200 divided by power, that is 100 watt. You will get 400 ohm. Second part of the question, number of bulbs given is 5 and it is burned for 4 hours. You are asked to find out the cost. Two parts here. One is what is the electrical energy consumed, first part, and second the total cost. So amount of electrical energy consumed E equals to power into time. In place of power, power is given 100 watt of one bulb. So there is 5 bulb. So we will multiply it with 5. In place of P total power, you are getting 5 into 100 and time is 4 hours. You are getting 2000 watt hour. SI unit of power is watt and here time is taken as hour. So in watt hour, you are getting 2000. And when you change it in kilowatt hour divided by 1000, you are getting 2 kilowatt hour. So amount of electricity consumed, it is 2 unit. Cost of 1 unit is 50 paise. 50 paise means 0.5 rupee. Multiply it with 2 unit. You will get total cost is 1 rupee. Number 2. A torch bulb is rated at 2.5 volt. So potential difference is given 2.5 volt. And 750 milliampere, current is 750 into 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. You are asked to find out, calculate its power. Power equals to V into I. You have to multiply simply 2.5 into 750 into 10 to the power minus 3. You will get the answer. B, resistance. Resistance equals to V by I. So V is 2.5 divided by 750 into 10 to the power minus 3. You will get the answer. And C is the energy consumed if the bulb is lighted for 4 hours. Energy consumed is equal to power into time. Power you have got in A, multiply it with 4, you will get the energy consumed if the bulb is lighted for 4 hours. See here, potential difference is given 2.5 volt. I is 750 milliampere. So convert it into ampere, 750 into 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. A, you are asked to find out power. Power equals to V into I. In place of V, you can write 2.5 or 25 by 10 into 750. Here minus 3 is there. So 10 to the power 3. You have to write it here in denominator. When you calculate it, 0 will get cancelled. Multiply 75 into 25, you are getting 1875. And when 10 to the power 3 will come up, it will become 10 to the power minus 3. So you are getting 1.875 watt. B is to find out resistance. Resistance is equal to V by I. V is 2.5 and I is 750 into 10 to the power minus 3. When you remove the point, you have to multiply 750 with 10. Now you are getting 25 1 and here 25 3. So you are getting 1 by 300 into 10 to the power minus 3. When 10 to the power minus 3 will go up, it will become 1000 divided by 300. When you calculate it, you will get 10 by 3, which is equal to 3.3 ohm. And C is to find out energy consumed. So energy consumed is equal to power into time. Power is 1.875 and time is 4 hours. When you multiply it, you will get 7.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 kilowatt hour. Amount of electricity consumed. Now number 3. Number 3 is a bulb, 6 volt and 12 watt lamp is connected in series with a source of 12 volt supply. The lamp is rated, potential difference is given 6 volt and power is given 12 watt. It is in series with a source whose potential difference is 12 volt. Calculate the value of resistance of the supply, that is the source we don't know, we have to find it out, capital R, for the proper working of the lamp. What is the current through the circuit? You have to find out two things. First one, resistance of the source, and second, the current through the circuit. See, potential difference is given 12 volt of the circuit. It is for the circuit. Potential difference of the bulb is given 6 volt and power of the bulb is given 12 watt. V is given, P is given, you can easily find out I. So I equals to P by V. P is 12 and V is 6. You are getting 2 ampere. This is asked in the second part. So 2 ampere is the current flowing through the circuit. And second thing, you are asked to find out the resistance of the source. First find out the resistance of the bulb. Let it be small r. Small r equals to V square by P. V is given 6. Take square of that, 6 into 6 divided by power. Power is 12. So you are getting 6 into 6 by 12. And with 6, this 12 will go. So 6 2s are 12. And with 2, you will cancel this 6. You are getting 3 ohm. Total resistance of the circuit will be equal to, as the bulb and the source are connected in series, so total resistance will be, resistance of the bulb is small r, that is 3 ohm, plus resistance of the source, let it be capital R, so total resistance is small r plus capital R. We also know I equals to V by total resistance. Here V is 12 volt, potential difference of the source, that is 12, and small r you are getting 3 plus capital R, this is total resistance. Cross multiply. In place of I, you are going to write 2. 2 equals to 12 by 3 plus R. Cross multiply, 3 to the 6 plus 2R. Here 2 will be there. Make a correction here. It will be 2R. So 2R equals to 12 and R equals to, here there will be 2R. Make correction. So 2R equals to 12 minus 6. You are getting 6 here. So 2R equals to 6. So R equals to 3 ohm. Make correction in this question. Here will be 2. So 2R equals to 6. Therefore R equals to 3. Then number 4. 2 coils of resistance 3 ohm and 6 ohm are connected in series. Here 2 resistance are there, 2 coil having resistance 3 ohm and 6 ohm, they are connected in series across a battery of EMF 12 volt. Potential difference of the battery is given 12 volt. Resistance of first coil is 3 ohm and second is 6 ohm. They are connected in series, so the total resistance is 3 plus 6, that is 9 ohm. Find the electrical energy consumed in 1 minute. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. In each resistance, find the electrical energy consumed in 1 minute in each resistance when they are connected in series. See here, total resistance of the circuit. 2 coils are there of 3 ohm and 6 ohm, so total resistance will become 9 ohm. Potential difference is given 12 volt, so I will be equals to V by R. V is 12 and R is 9. You are getting 4 by 3. You are asked to find out electrical energy consumed in 1 minute in each case. So in the first case, E1 equals to I square R1 T. I square is 4 by 3 into 4 by 3. R1 is 3 and T is 60 second. When you simplify it, you are getting 320 joule. Similarly, E2 equals to I square R2T. I square is 4 by 3 into 4 by 3. R2 is 6 ohm and time is 60. When you calculate it, you will get 640 joule. Now next one, number 5. Number 5, two bulbs A and B are rated 100 watt and 120 volt. So the first bulb is rated, here P1 is 100 watt and V1 is 120 volt. The second bulb is rated, P2 is 10 watt and V2 is 120 volt. They are connected across a 120 volt source in series. The potential difference of the source is 120 volt. Which will consume more energy? You are asked to find out which will consume, whether with bulb A or B, which will consume more energy. Now P1 is given 100 watt, V1 is 120 volt. Find out R1. We know P1 equals to V1 square by R1. So R1 equals to V1 square by P1. Here V1 square is 120 into 120 by P1 is 100. When you solve it, you will get 144 ohm. Similarly, you can calculate for R2. P2 is 10 watt and V2 is 120 volt. So R2 equals to V2 square by P2. V2 square is 120 into 120 by P2. P2 is 10. You are getting 1440 ohm. Now total resistance of the circuit is R1 plus R2. So 144 plus 1440, you just add it. You will get 1584 ohm. Now find out the current. Current equals to V by RS. V is 120. RS is 1584. When you solve it, you are getting 5 by 66 ampere. This is the current in the circuit. Time is not given. Let it be 1 second. We have taken for both the case. So E1 will be equals to I square R1. Here I square is 5 by 16 into 5 by 16 and R1 is 144. When you solve it, you are getting 0.826 joule. Similarly, find out E2. 5 by 66 into 5 by 66 into R2, you are going to take 1440 into time 1 second. So when you solve it, you are getting 8.26 joule. Second bulb will consume more energy. Number 6. Number 6 is two bulbs of 100 watt each and two coolers of 250 watt each work on an average 6 hours a day. If the energy cost rupees 1.75 per kilowatt hour, calculate the monthly bill for the month of, this is not most, month of April. So bulb is 2 and power of one bulb is 100 watt. So power of two bulb will be 2 into 100 watt. Similarly, there are two coolers and power of one cooler is 250. So power of two cooler is 250 into 2, you are getting 500. So total power will be equals to 500 plus 200, 700. And it works on an average 6 hours. So time is given 6 hours, multiply power into time. You will get energy consumed and then multiply with the cost. Here E equals to power into time. Power of one bulb is 100, multiply it with 2. Similarly, power of one cooler is 250, multiply it with 2 and time is given 6 hours. 100 into 2, 200 plus 250 into 2, 500. It is 700 into 6, you are getting 4200 watt hour. When you convert it into kilowatt hour, you have to divide it by 1000 and you are getting 4.2 kilowatt hour. Total energy consumed in the month of April. April is having 30 days. So multiply 4.2 into 30, you are getting 126 kilowatt hour. You are asked to find out total cost, electricity bill for the month of April. So cost of 1 unit is 1.75 and total electricity consumed is 126 kilowatt hour. Multiply 1.76 into 75 into 126, you will get 220.50 rupees. 220.50 is the answer. Now next is a piece of wire of resistance R is cut into 5 equal parts. Let the wire is having resistance R. So when it is cut into 5 equal parts, the resistance of each part will be R by 5. These parts are then connected in parallel. This is connected in parallel. If the equivalent resistance of this combination is R dash, in place of RP, R dash is taken, then find out the ratio of R by R dash. See here, resistance of each part, it will be R by 5. Now they are connected in parallel. So find the equivalent resistance. 1 by R dash is equal to 1 by R by 5 plus 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 1 by R by 5. Now 5 will go in the numerator. You are getting 5 by R plus 5 by R plus 5 by R plus 5 by R plus 5 by R. This is equal to 25 by R. You are asked to find out ratio of R by R dash. So cross multiply. R will go this side. R by R dash, you are getting 25:1. Next is number 2. Two conducting wire of same material of equal length and equal diameter are first connected in series and then in parallel in an electric circuit. Find the ratio of heat produced in series and in parallel combination. So when they are connected in series, the total resistance, since their resistivity, they are of same material, length is same and area of cross section, that is diameter is same, let the resistance, then the resistance of the two wire will be same. So the total resistance when they are connected in series will be 2R. Similarly, when they are connected in parallel, you are getting R by 2. So the amount of heat produced when they are connected in series, it is I square. In place of R, you will take 2R into T. So you are getting 2I square RT. Similarly, heat produced in the parallel combination, you are getting V square by R. In place of R, you have to write R by 2. So 2 will go up into T. This is equal to 2V square by RT. So RS by RP equals to 2I square RT by 2 V square. R will go up into T. T will get cancelled. 2 will get cancelled. You are getting I R by V. IR is actually V. So V square, you are getting 1. Then next number 3. How many 176 ohm resistor in parallel are required to carry 5 ampere into 220 volt line? You are asked to find out number of resistor N. So potential difference of the circuit is given 220 volt and current is given 5 ampere. From here we will find out the resistance of the circuit. R equals to V by I, 220 by 5. You are getting, see here, resistance of resistor, it is given 176 ohm. So small, let it be small r, where R equals to 176 ohm. Potential difference of the circuit is 220 volt. Current in the circuit is 5 ampere. So resistance of the circuit will be equals to V by I. It is equals to 220 by 5. This is coming 44 ohm. So number you want to find it out, N equals to resistance of the wire given, that is 176, divided by resistance of the circuit, that is 44. You are getting 4. There will be no unit here. Now next is, this is very important question, number 3. Now number 4, Several electric bulbs designed to be used on a 220 volt electric supply line are rated 10 watt. How many lamps can be connected in parallel with each other across two wires of 220 volt if the maximum allowable current is 5 ampere? So potential difference of the circuit is 220 volt. Current in the circuit is 5 ampere. Find out resistance of the circuit. 220 by 5, you are getting 44. And find out the resistance of electric bulb. V is given 220 volt and P is given 10 watt. So R will be equals to V square by P. Using this formula, you will get it. See here, it is given power equals to 10 watt. V is 220 volt. This is potential difference of the source used. And I is given 5 ampere. So resistance of the circuit will be C means circuit. 220 by 5, we are getting 44 ohm. Now find out the resistance of the lamp by using the formula small r equals to V square by P. V square is 220 into 220 and power is 10. So when you multiply it, you will get 4840 ohm. Now number you want to find it out, number of lamps used is equal to resistance of the lamp by resistance of the circuit. This is 4840 divided by 44, you will get 110. Next number, a hot plate of an electric oven, if connected to a 220 volt line, has two resistance coil A and B, each of 24 ohm resistance, which may be used separately in series or in parallel. See here, three words are used. First case, they are used as separately, second in series, and third in parallel. What are the current in these three cases? So 220 is the potential difference, 24 is the resistance. When there will be three cases, first case when they are used separately, in that case I equals to V by R. V is 220, resistance is 24. When you solve it, you will get 55 by 6 ampere. Convert it in decimal. Second case, when they are connected in series, so you have to find out total resistance in series, 24 plus 24, that is 48. So I will be equals to V by RS. RS means resistance in series. It is equal to 220 by 48, which is coming or which is equal to 55 by 12 ampere. Now third case, when they are connected in parallel, so the equivalent resistance will be equal to 12 ohm. So I is equals to V by RP. V is 220 divided by 12. You are getting 55 by 3 ampere. Convert it in decimal. Now last question, compare the power used in 2 ohm resistor in each of the following circuit. Especially you are asked to find out to compare the power in the two cases in 2 ohm resistor. First one, a 6 volt battery in series with 1 ohm and 2 ohm resistor. So battery is in series with 2 resistor. R1 is 1 ohm and R2 is 2 ohm. So total resistance in series will be 3 ohm. And total potential difference is given 6 volt. So current will be equals to V by RS. I equals to V by RS. V is 6, RS is 3, you are getting 2 ampere. And then find out the power. Power equals to, let it be P1, it is equals to I square R. I square, you will write 2 into 2 and R is also 2. So you are getting 8 watt. In second case, a 4 volt battery in parallel with 12 ohm and 2 ohm resistor. Two resistors are taken, they are in parallel. You are asked to find out power across 2 ohm resistor. See here, potential difference is 4 volt. Resistance, first one is 12 ohm and second is 2 ohm. You are asked to find out power P2, let it be P2. P2 equals to V square by R. V is 4, so 4 into 4 divided by R2, that is 2 here, you are getting 8 watt. When you find the ratio of the two, you will get 8 by 8, that is 1:1. Now, number of reasoning question is given. I have already discussed it before. Now, let us have a look, revision of that. Tungsten is used almost exclusively for making filament of incandescent lamp. Second one, alloy is used for making heating element in the heating device. Then third one, series arrangement is not used for the domestic circuit. Fourth one, copper and aluminum wire are used for making transmission wire. And the fifth one, alloy of lead and tin is used for making fuse wire. These questions will be asked in 2 marks or 3 marks question. Now, first one, that is tungsten is used for making filament of incandescent bulb because it has high melting point. This is first reason. And second reason is it emits light at very high temperature. When its temperature rises to 2400 Kelvin, it starts emitting light. That is why tungsten is used. High melting point and it emits at high temperature. Second, alloy is used for making heating element in the heating device. Again, 2 points you have to write. Alloy has high resistivity and high melting point. That is why it is used in the used as heating element in the heating device. In this question, you will be asked why nichrome is used for making the heating element in iron or heater. Same reason, high resistivity and high melting point. Number 3, series arrangement is not used for domestic circuit. In series arrangement, same amount of current will flow through each device. So what will happen if one of the device is out of order, then all stop working. If you switch on one of the device, all start working. If you switch off any device, all stop working. And since each device is having in a circuit is having their own resistance, they require different amount of current that they will not get properly because same amount of current flows through each appliances, it will not work properly. See here, if one of the device in series arrangement is out of order or switched off or switched on, all stop working. Switched on, all start working. Switched off, all stop working. In series arrangement, all device get same amount of current, so it will not work properly. Number 4, copper and aluminum wire are used for making transmission wire because they are having low resistivity and high conductivity. So it is used for making transmission wire. Number 5, alloy of lead and tin is used for making fuse wire. Fuse wire is having low resistivity and low melting point. That is why it is used for making fuse. Alloy of lead and tin or copper tin is specially used because it has low resistivity and low melting point. This one, number 4. Number 5, alloy of lead and tin is used for because it has low resistivity and low melting point. Now, your homework for today, one more question can be asked from here. Bulb is filled with nitrogen or neon. Why? Because tungsten will react with air and form oxide. So its life, in order to prolong its life, it is filled with nitrogen and neon. Now for today homework, write down state Joule's law of heating. Number 2, define 1 watt. Number 3, establish relation between kilowatt hour and joule. Number 4, tungsten, give reason. Tungsten is used for making filament of incandescent bulb. Thank you. Have a nice day.